Good evening. Welcome everybody to Nutraceutical Thursday. We are here usually every Thursday, and unless something untoward happens, like getting sick or whatever, but I just stalled the engine. So we like to come together to just talk about what we do and our health journeys. And tonight we want to talk about movement and how movement is such medicine. And so I have a surprise little video that I'm going to screen share. Share screen. There. All righty. Where is it? There. It's jumping. Come on up. There we go. So the fun, creative part of this business that I like is Canva. One of my favorite things. So here's my little video. A surprise to everybody but me. Let me just move this. Okay.
Wow.
Haha. All right. How do I make that big?
Maybe hit the pause button down there. Maybe. Listen, maybe.
I should, oh, I probably should have. Anyway, I probably should have like downloaded it and stuff, but anyway, so here's my little video. We'll play it. This is all of our movement practices. I went and creeped y'all's Facebook pages.
You did too.
My own.
Wow.
Look at me doing yoga with the cat. Anyway. So I'm going to ask Christy to present first. Look at this girl.
Wow.
So I think that middle photo where you're way up in the air in the black is, I think that's probably you before Purium.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to tell us about these photos?
I think that's even before I had my brachioplasty and boobs. Yeah, that girl, once she started moving, she was like, you ain't never gonna make me stop. It makes me tear up just to see it all, because when you see that, I hope anybody that's watching understands the power of freedom within your own body. And I think like with my mom passing as well and being pushed into a bed, really even like times 100 on how I feel about freedom within your own body, and how amazing it is to be able to just move. And it's a gift. It really is a gift. And so big girl, that picture with me in the gray, I actually, when I bought that, I was like, I'm going to buy this. I know it won't fit, but I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to lose weight and get into it. And so that was about 1 week before my weight loss surgery. And wow, it was super tight. And I remember thinking, oh, I could have went up another whole size and still. But, and then on the trampoline, even being as big as I was with the pink shirt on. As you can see, I have I think it's called lymphemia. My legs were so big and so full of fluid. My circulation wasn't good. That's why jumping became so important to me, because I read about, just like anybody else, you get on there and you just start Googling everything and how good it was for your lymphatic system. And my pregnancy with my last daughter, my legs were so huge that my regular shoes would not fit, and I had to actually go buy a men's, which I've always had big feet, but I had to buy a men's, take all the shoelaces out and just open it up and just slide my feet in. And she was born in Christmas, so I was cold. But they would put me in water towards the last few months and trying to let me do swimming to relieve that pressure, because I was sick of it. I was telling her I was just sick of being pregnant. I wanted her to come early. She's the one that I gained like 40 pounds. I was 298 when I found out I was pregnant, and then gained to 340, and then still gained back up to 343, over a course of time. So yeah, those legs, that hurts. Oops. Anyway, yeah, so jumping has just been around for me a while. I didn't start it at first. When I first started my journey, I just would do like the walking and swimming. Swimming's real good too. Like if you really can't do anything, get in the pool and just move in a pool, especially if you're really struggling with your lymph system. And yeah, you can't believe how much magic can go on with that, with swimming and jumping. And the movement, like I said, I went through a lot of trampolines so far. And that's how I knew, like when I was looking for this one and I was telling y'all about it, I said, y'all are gonna love the one that has the no springs, because springs hurt your knees, and you're gonna love this. And you don't have to get high. Like I go crazy on it, but you don't have to. You can just, that movement of just keeping your feet stationary is still going to send that lymph and work the lymph. Actually, it's the only system that doesn't have like a pump. So it has to have exercise in order to move that out of there. And if you catch, people that have body odor really bad, you can tell that their lymph's not working. It's not that they don't wear enough deodorant, it's just actually their lymphatic system is not working well. And so
Wow, that's interesting.
yeah, so your lymphatic system is part of your immune system, I wrote down. And some signs that you have, like lymphemia, is reoccurring infections, which I had, bronchitis and sinus infections all the time. Your hardening of your skin, and I know y'all have probably seen this, where people's had the big legs and it starts turning hard and purple and some blue. And I never wanted to get there. I remember being at Walmart and I would see people riding around in carts. I never would let myself do it, because I was like, I am not going into that level. But it would hurt me like inside for those people that do have that. And I know what's going on and I feel bad for them, and they're loading their cart full of sodas and sweets and stuff. And I was there. So I have a lot of compassion for those people.
Is part of that where, because I know some people get legs will start to ooze and stuff too, right?
Yeah, that's that's the swelling of your arms, your legs, your fingers, your toes, restrictive range of motion due to how tight the skin gets. It's just so uncomfortable. Even if you've gotten to that point where your skin is really turning purple and hard, even compression hose really won't do much good. And they hurt. Like I had to do them too. They told me during my pregnancy to try them, and they would like make my skin start to burn. And so those are some signs that you have it. And I don't remember thinking to myself, I don't know why it never did click, even then when my skin was like that, and you'd push on it and the doctors would, push on it. They always wanted me to raise my pants and show. And then I'd be like, oh, I know what he's gonna say, and all that comes. But the best way, it says, to move your lymph is, of course, jumping's good, walking, stretching, yoga, Pilates, swimming. I'm not a runner because I want to save my knees. I don't want to have surgery. So I don't run. I'll do stairs and stuff like that, but not all the time will I do it. The sauna is really, really great, which, we've heard Allison talk about when she's doing yoga for a whole 90 minutes in, over above 90 degrees. I mean, that will help the lymphatic system drain and get rid of that. So comes to what causes that. And we all know it's just putting garbage in your body. That's straight fact. And I posted today a picture of me from, when I was really big. I was trying to work out. Even in that picture, y'all, if y'all see it, it's the orange little t-shirt. I was doing P90X, and it was so hard to move. And in my mind, I just hated it. I would just like, how many more minutes do I got? How many more minutes I got? I'm tired of this. And when I'd go walking, like with my husband, if we go to the zoo with the family, I was always way behind there, and they'd all just stop and wait on me to come. It's like, oh. But it's funny that garbage is what does it. And Imperium is the big turnaround. I mean, this is no joke with me. At first, when we first get into this business, you kind of like don't want to push, people think you're being pushy. But now I've kind of had mental, like, I'm just going to be pushy. I don't care. I'm going to put it all on my page. This is the way out. If you're struggling and you've got a lot of health conditions, this Imperium is the way out. And some of the foods I looked up that was good for your lymphatic system is exactly what we offer. So it says the beets, apothecary or cherries, red cabbage, pomegranates, and beetroot. And that's because it's high in those anthocyanins. I think I said it right. And so we have all that in such an easy, fast, quick way where you don't have to juice and you don't got to spend time in there in your kitchen, because I've had a juicer and it ain't no joke. That thing. And I remember I would go to Walmart and just get regular carrots. I didn't even go for organic when I had that juicer. I was just trying anything to help myself. And we gave up after about 3 months. We held to it for 3 months, but I mean, we was in that kitchen juicing. This is the best overall way. And we would spend over 2 hours sitting here talking if we were to really get down deep of what this food is capable of. For each one of us is a prime example of how beautiful Dave's love just spreads out onto all of us. And this food is, I hate to say it, but it is healing. It's healing.
And look at you in the gym, and you did your first mud run.
Yes. I love that gym. When Eric was talking about, being consistent and that was something I was never great at. Especially if I got sick, it would really sling me back into some old patterns. And even now, I catch myself, if I get sick, I get bogged down. I hate being still. You can't breathe and you're taking treatments or something like that. You just want to self-soothe, and that was my way. But now it's like, it's 100 degrees different. My whole life is just so different than what it was. And I'm passionate about helping people get there. I was even going to offer like a Christmas present to one person, on my page, maybe a few gym sessions as a Christmas present, just to get people interested in it. Because, it's not easy. It's not easy in there, and it never will be easy in there. Because once you get to a certain place, you level up, you go to the next level, which makes it hard again. But it becomes self-love, really. A lot of people say, oh, you got that gym addiction. No, I got self-love addiction. And that's what it is. Every time you go, you're doing something great for yourself. Every time you take in your juices, you're doing something great for yourself. And that's something that I never did, in the past. I wanted to be a bodybuilder at about 16. I started collecting all the muscle and fitness books. And so it's been in me for a long time. It just was shrouded by obesity and the most unhealthy body. And so when I started taking all that off and getting that off, all of a sudden I wanted to be that girl in the gym. And even at 55 with, I still have a lot of skin on my bottom half, owning the time in the gym. Like, it's okay. You can go in there with your sports bra and your tight pants. And if you jiggle or your stuff hangs out, don't worry about it. Go in there and own your spot. So I'm a big preacher of that, of owning your body and feeling good in it. I might not even have been here right now if I continued on that path with the girl that's in the gray. I wouldn't be here talking to y'all probably. So it's all a gift. All y'all are a gift. The period's a gift. Movement is a gift. And I hope everybody gets a chance to turn themselves around and really understand that there is no food out there worth dying early for.
That's powerful. That's
Yeah.
really powerful. Wow. I got tears and chills.
And two, owning my own sexuality, because when you're that big and you're like that, I came from the time where it was cool to be skinny. And so I was bullied, and coming out of all that, you start realizing that people were looking at me and people were talking to me like they actually want to carry on conversation. When I was looking like that, nobody's talked to me. And so that side got to come out and just be kind of crazy for a while, and had to own that part of me, and I let her come out and be crazy. And it was worth it, because like I said, it starts fueling, believe in yourself and love who you are, and just, appreciate the skin that you're in. So yeah. Yeah, and it took, 2 surgeries. I had it done at one time, so the arm skin got removed, and then the boobs got added, and then I had trouble because I didn't keep myself to the healing journey, and I jumped back on that trampoline too soon and messed one up. And I had to have some additional surgery in one boob, and then ended up tearing my rotator cuff because I got too ambitious. And then so it kind of like really kind of veered me off from having the second surgery, which I was really on to. It really changed my mindset about my body, and coming to terms with how much would I have to cut off before I'd accept myself and be okay. And so I was like, okay, where we're at is where we're at now. I love it's there. I don't ever talk bad about myself. I went almost 2 years without really like picking myself apart, like stand in the mirror and just look at it and talk to it and tell you how much you love it and you're appreciative of it. Yeah. Every time you see me when I post something about me jumping, that is appreciative. I've really, in that moment of working out, have gave gratitude out to the earth for the ability to be able to do it. So now I'm trying to get y'all on board so y'all can jump around, be crazy with me.
And who bought Rebounders race recently? I bought one. Kelly and Georgie bought one. So in the next little part of the video, I put together some things that Kelly and Georgie don't necessarily jump on a great big trampoline like Christy, but they sure work hard. They have a beautiful yard. They do events like nobody's business. They have dogs that they care for and love and walk and uh
Get a puppy, they said.
get a puppy. They said that it won't eat it'll eat your house, apparently.
It'll keep you moving.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes.
Especially when you hear them wrenching.
To maybe talk a little bit about what your movement, like your own bodies, how they moved before Purium and how they move now.
And before the new year, a year ago now, I had to crawl up the stairs. I couldn't walk up the stairs. And when I got to the top of the stairs, I was all out of breath. And now I can run up the stairs. I can run up the stairs, and when I get to the top of the stairs, I'm not out of breath anymore. I've been climbing up ladders, fixing roofs. I've been out mowing the lawn and fixing a lot of things. I hung a garage door. I've done a lot of things this year that there's no way I thought I'd ever be able to do again. And that was all most of it due to Purium. Purium has changed my life. And I feel so much better. My blood sugars are better. Yeah, it's
Wow.
made a big difference. And when Christy said about I actually years ago I bought when I was on the farm, I bought a skipping rope, and our Quonset was totally empty. And I thought, well, I can skip in here, and I tried to skip, and my body, it hurt so bad. I thought, wow, I can't do this. So the skipping rope, of course, was a waste. But now that I've gotten this rebounder, I'm able to jump up and down and pretend I'm skipping, because I always did enjoy skipping, and it doesn't hurt. So hopefully that'll be in the difference in skipping. And I measured my thighs yesterday. I lost 4 inches off my thighs,
Wow.
and I lost 4 inches off my arm. I used to be 17 3/4 inches on my right arm. Now I'm 13.5 inches. And that's in 1 year on Purium. So, well, since January 14th. So that's a big difference.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I just say thank you, Christy, for your inspiration, because, here you got 3 people buying, rebounders that, Pam gets quite a bit of exercise. She does. She goes to the gym, and she's pretty dedicated with walking buddy and moving around, and, since I had surgery on my foot, it will be about 1.5 years ago. It was a really long rehab, and really I wasn't healing well. I wasn't progressing well. I wasn't happy with I just never thought I'd be able to really walk right again. I thought that it was not good. I wasn't healing well. I wasn't progressing well at all. And after Purium, especially getting my gut healthy, number one, getting my gut healthy and being able to accept nutrients into my body like I never had before, and the super aminos have been just a godsend. And then, through your inspiration too, we've got weights coming, and through Janine Luna too, listening to her story,
And Pam.
and Pam's, we realized that, okay, you can take the aminos, but you've got to move a little bit too. And, a little bit of resistance training, a little bit of weight training, a little bit of, getting your lymphatic system moving again, and getting rid of toxins that are built up within your lymph system is so important. And we're doing that, I know I have to go a little bit slow because, and like you, I got a little over aggressive after I had my foot surgery, and tore meniscus in my knee on that side. So okay, my foot feels so much better, and my foot surgeon's so happy that I have that rebounder. He's really happy. He says, but please just stay off of it till you see the knee surgeon and see what that guy has to say, And as soon as I'll see him Wednesday, the knee guy, and hopefully, he's got some kind of magic fix for me that I can build up to go full tilt like I was before, because I was really doing well, progressing, through everything, through rehab and all. So hopefully that's gonna come to, so. And thank you both. Appreciate you. We love you guys.
And
You know,
I put up these event photos on here because that was a lot of physical work for you guys.
Oh yeah, we were hustling.
And all the stuff, like, yeah, you hustled.
And
We
we would
did.
have never been able to do that before Purium, not in a million years. No, and we in between times, we had a yard sale for 3 days, 16 hours days.
wow.
And every night we had to bring more stuff out because we sold out. So
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were hustling.
we
Oh,
were hustling.
that was, but we were busy all summer,
Yeah.
that we got a lot of things in the yard. We were able to stay very active, and we're not spring chickens. We're definitely not the oldest people of our customers that we have introduced to superfoods. But we're older than the average, I would say, that we see on the Zooms and what have you.
I'm gonna be 70 in February.
And I just turned 67, so. And I think that it's so important. The aminos are so important. The gut health is so important. There's so many other products. The joint flex, we love the joint flex. Gee whiz, without the joint flex, yeah, I know we'd have a lot more inflammation than we have.
And the rice bran solubles found out today have the skinny hormone in them. So that's something that we're going to be introducing into our shakes every day too.
One of the things that, as I was working on my journey, you get into that mental part is limiting beliefs, which I have it with my working out, but as Pam knows, sometimes transitioning it over into this space, so I'm still growing. But one of the things that I quit saying, well, I always now say, I'm going to make it to 100. I'm just going to make it to 100. That's what I want. That's the year I want to go. And I want 100 good years. I don't want any suffering. I don't want any health ailments. And I love to find those women that are just blasting it out at 70, 80, 90. I'm thinking, wow, if they can do it, so can I. Just keep consistent. You don't gotta, kill yourself in the gym. You don't have to go every day. You just, even if you're at home, like you are gonna do some weights and you're gonna do, some of this cardio, and believe me, you're gonna see in like about 3 months, you're gonna be like, wow, because now you've got your nutrition backing y'all up. So even though you say you're no spring chicken, you are spring chickens. 71 is young. I'm headed there, and it's young, and I'm telling you, it's young.
The new
So
middle age, okay?
I remember when I used to think about my mama, and she was 55. I was like, golly. Now I'm over here like, what? She was young.
Yeah.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
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 And then here's my little part of the video.
Oh, look at Pam.
This one at the top here was, this was a few months after gastric bypass surgery. And I could only make it this far up the mountain even after losing weight because I was still unfit. And then this one, I took the picture after I climbed all the way to the top of the mountain and came back down.
Wow.
And then I like to hike, and Swifty used to come all the time. And then I'm at the gym, and I never, I don't feel comfortable in the gym. And if you don't know how to use the equipment and stuff, I found the most amazing thing is to hire a personal trainer. So here's me and my personal trainer flexing.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I do silly things like it's a tiny little picture, but I'm a huge apple. That was a lot of work carrying around that apple costume all day.
Wow. Wow.
And home renovations. And I love hard physical labor. And me and my cat are doing yoga at home or something. The cat's involved in everything. And then just being out in nature, even just stretching over a rock is amazing movement for the body, movement and relaxation. So the cool thing is my personal trainer will take videos of me and my muscles when she sees them, you know, working. And I can't remember what the word she says is for it, but anyway, I think I got my game face on there. So
Well, you can see a lot of definition in your muscle, that's for sure.
definition, that's the word. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it in there, right?
Yeah.
When you lift, I don't know, Pam, do you feel like empowered, like you've hit this pinnacle of like, I think it's just the release of the hormones, you know, the feel good hormones. But when I'm lifting, I mean, there comes a time in it that I'm just like, I feel so powerful, so good, so amazing, so proud of myself. During the time when I would work out with my trainer, which his name is Bill, and he was the one that was like, why aren't you doing this for a living? I'm like, I don't know. You're not the first one to tell me, but there's something about it when I'm in there and I start encouraging like Cassie or anybody that will go with me, I feel the most rewarding, the sense of pride, love for that other person. Like, I don't know, it's the best feeling. It bypasses anything, you know, sitting, watching TV, eating a little Debbie used to do for me. This is way much like, it's a very high frequency of love and just wanting to see other people do it. Like I was actually, I don't think I've ever even told you this, but I was so proud of you. Like when you were in that hot, sweaty thing with me, and we're just, I mean, that thing was hot. Now I love hot, so hot don't bother me. But Pam was already saying, I don't know if I will make it all the way through, but I'm going to try. And dang if she didn't. But when she come out of there and she was laying on that earth, just, I was so proud of her. Yeah.
I was, I had decided there, not that I was going to try, but there was no plan B.
What was your mental going on? What was happening with your mental?
There is no plan B. Once you go in, there is no getting out. You will
Wow.
feel.
What'd you feel?
When I got in there,
Yeah.
I just, I mean, we're squished in there. It's hot. There's like, there's no space. And then there's smoke and then there's steam. And then there's people going, I need out, I need out. It can be really overwhelming. You can't really see.
Mhm.
And you know, there's really no easy way out. And it was a really huge mental thing where I put my head down and just focus on the heat hitting my back. So you just, I don't know, I just had to focus on my own body and what it was feeling. So the heat hitting my back or the steam and the hitting my face when I put my face up and yeah.
Were you in a sweat lodge or were
Yes.
you in a?
Yeah.
You were in a sweat lodge?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Who
Yeah.
were you sitting by?
I was behind Luke, 7-foot tall Luke, and beside Bethany, and I don't know who's on the other side. So, yeah.
I was sitting behind Nevaeh. I think I said her name right. I hope it is.
Yeah.
And then the door was
there.
right here, and Dave came in and sat there. And he's seen the light from my ring and he's like, who's got that light on? I was like, eh. I took it off and stuck it down in my bra because I was like, oh, I don't want him saying nothing to me.
And then I don't know how y'all just came out of there and stood up and walked away because I couldn't stand up. That's why I crawled over to where they had just put the fire out. So it was wet and muddy. And I just sprawled out face down in the mud.
Wow.
And
Well, it's because I
I've
like
been there
heat.
for quite some time.
I kind of like heat. I don't know what happened because I always used, when I was big, I liked cold because it was, you know, you're just big and miserable. You like cold. I didn't even like to sweat, but in there, wow, that my whole mentality was, hey, I got cat coming and look at, that's what we were talking about, animals, honey. Anyway, so I was sweating, but liked it. But I just remember mentally grounded into what am I fixing to leave in here? Because I want to go up. I want to just be the highest version of Christy I could be. So I knew I still had a lot of stuff in here that needs to be worked on, which we don't ever stop. And that's another thing. We just, none of us are stopping. We're just continually growing and expanding into our best self. And that's a good thing. I got what, 40 something years, keep expanding.
There you go.
Y'all better follow suit with me now. We're all on the 100 game now.
Absolutely. We're just gonna hit it just a little bit before you. So we got to go 110.
Okay, I'm just, let's talk about the sales.
Can I go ahead and get mine out of the way? I'll say what I love,
Sure.
love the Kamut. I'm big on that. Any of the spirulina, I got the tablets this time. I didn't get powder. I went back today and I ordered the Revive It All. Some things I had to drop, you know, for a little while because of money, but I love everything. And I got the aminos, and you can't go wrong with those aminos, I'm telling you. Those are the best. But the Kamut, I really like that, and I incorporate that into like every single shake. Like today, I'm having the Epigenius, but I poured some of the Kamut in here as well. So I advise anyone to grab onto these greens while they're at 25% off, because that is a deal. So total, I'll have 5 Kamuts coming.
I bought 4 or 5 packages of Revive It All because my brain is a lot more on point when I take it regularly, and I take it with me everywhere. So people are saying they feel more alert. The reflexes are faster. I know I never used to be able to catch a ball. And on Revive It All, I can throw a ball up in the air and catch it.
Oh,
Can't catch a fly yet, but here's a senior says this is essential for me for maximum mind efficiency. So I call it my brain food.
absolutely.
Yeah. And let's see what people say about Kamut, your favorite thing. Let's see.
Georgie, what are y'all's favorite things? What do y'all love? I know you love everything, but if you had to narrow it down to top 3.
The top 3, well, would be our green shake, Joint Flex,
Biomedic.
Biomedic, and the aminos.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
4, but
Yeah, that's 4. But
it's really hard.
Have
It's
one
really
more.
hard because they all work together so
They
well,
do.
you know. So we basically stay on the ULT. I would not want to do without the apothecary at night.
Oh, yeah.
Really helps, you know, your inflammation, really helps you get a good night's sleep so your body can actually repair itself while you're sleeping. It's anti-aging.
I'm still working on that. Some days I get 40, my ring will pick up that I've had 40 minutes of deep sleep, sometimes an hour and 15. I'd fall over in my chair if I got 2 hours. I'd be, yes.
Wow.
So this person says, because this non-GMO, non-crossbred heirloom seed Egyptian wheatgrass, and the Egyptian wheatgrass has been around since Jesus walked the earth, helps my body maintain healthy pH levels and a great source of chlorophyll.
Well, that chlorophyll, that's, I mean, to think about it, it's really simple. If we want the power of the sunshine within our body, then we gotta drink chlorophyll. It's that simple. That's how we're gonna have our energy. That's how that sun gets into each one of our cells and just unites it and keeps us vibrant.
We could talk a little bit about our 3 new mushroom blends. And Chris,
Yeah.
you've got them already. You already had them shipped to you. Can you tell us what you thought about them?
Well, I tried drinking the mocha with, a little bit of oat milk in it and hot. And well, anyway, now I'm putting it in my chocolate shake, the Epigenius. And then, but the golden milk is at night. I love that. I had it first time last night and it was good.
That's awesome. What's it taste like?
It definitely tastes like you taste the cardamom, you taste the cinnamon. You got to keep stirring it to keep it, blended because it'll settle to the bottom. And then when I took my last sip, I was like, wow, that's a lot. So keep stirring now.
Okay.
But it was good. I put it in my little white cup to keep it hot. And it was, laying there. I had my heating blanket on. And I even thought for a hot minute, I could do this for my coffee. Me and Pam already had this conversation about my coffee, and I like to do the whole month of December. So I'm putting this out there. That's tomorrow, right?
It is.
No
Yes.
coffee for one whole month, and let's see.
You can do that. You can do it. We got faith in you. I do.
We'll need to order more of the golden milk.
Between when you got your order and you made that live, and then because I knew nothing about mushrooms really. I know canned mushrooms and I know button mushrooms, and I really didn't know, the benefits of mushrooms or the different kinds of mushrooms. Was oblivious to it all, really. And when you got a hold of yours first, because you're the first person that I seen that they actually got there, and you had tried them and give your own review on it. And between you and Dave going through and saying all the benefits of all the different mushrooms that are actually in our blends now, said, well, we had ordered, I think, one of the 3 packs, and that was it, So we went back in today and ordered like how many?
Another pack,
Another
3 pack, and we ordered 3 of the golden ones.
I think you're gonna like them all. But what I love to geek out and listen to performance, like endurance athletes. So years ago, they take a lot of the cordyceps, I think it's called. All of them take that in lion's mane. So that I knew about that before, but I was really listening to him last night talk about all those.
Yeah.
Man, I was laser focused in because when he talks, that's my kind of thing. I geek out on that. I love that. And just talking about for your skin and how the gut brain connection and how they're made for both. He had that in mind when he's creating that, which I love that. Because I just more or less have learned about the gut and the brain connection, and being that when we were embryos and they were connected, and then as we've continued to grow, they divide and become the brain, and then they become the stomach, and how they're in constant contact with one another. I thought was that's just very interesting to me. So then it got me to thinking, these two are constantly talking to one another. So once you get your stomach and your gut better with the biomedic and stuff, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have better conversation between the two, good things are gonna really start happening. I
Absolutely.
think I would go for the essential. For me, I would like to have the essential just to be putting in maybe the dark berry, or because that's usually what I drink is the green and then Epigenius and then dark berry. So those three. So it'd be nice to put some into, to have each 3 times.
So one of the things that Dave said, and he's pretty adamant about it, that he doesn't like to see, he believes in raw foods. But one of the things that he really likes to see cooked are mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I think that he means ours as well. Does he not? Does he not want to see those steeped in some hot
Yes.
water for a while
And then,
instead of throwing them right into your shake?
Yeah, I didn't think about that, and like today I just popped it in there, but it's a good idea to, maybe steep it for a little while and then come back.
he says you can steep it for a while and put it in the fridge and then for later. And
Yeah.
then put it in your stuff.
I don't know, like this would be a good question to ask maybe Yarrow or something, but I don't know if how our power shake, once we activate it with the water, we have about 30-minute window, they tell us, to.
Right, so for the enzymes to be full strength.
So I'm just wondering, if you do that with the mushrooms, do they start slowly losing their potency over if you go longer? I don't know, something we can ask Kim or something.
I would say that would have told us right away if that would happen.
Oh, okay.
And
He
what
made
else?
it sound like, go ahead and steep it and then stick it in the fridge. Then you can add it to your shakes
Mhm.
as you like.
Yeah,
So that's
do that on
probably
the next
what we'll try.
so it sounds like more like a tea, like even
Steeping a tea.
steeping a tea.
Let's
One
just,
thing I was impressed about the mushroom blends is when he talked about the one that was so good for the liver and the pancreas. Of course, my dad died of liver cancer. I actually think he had a bad blood transfusion that
Mm.
caused it. But I had hepatitis as a child, and I've also had had a shunt put in my pancreas. So that kind of piqued my interest when he said that they were really good for the pancreas and the liver. So I will be using this product for that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to incorporate that into our, regular daily routine. And definitely, keep you posted.
I like when he talks about, his body is 60 something, but the doctor said that it shows on his blood work, it's like 30 something. Well, when we all hit 100, then I won't mind to say I'm still 50.
There you go.
Yeah.
can I play this little video now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm David Sandoval, co-founder of Purium, quickly becoming known as the Transformation Company. And I'm excited to introduce Purium's essential mushroom blends, our simple beverages with simply amazing benefits. Did you know that mushrooms have been used for both culinary and health purposes for thousands of years? And according to science, some mushrooms contain beneficial polysaccharides and other unique phytochemicals that are only found in mushrooms. In Purium's essential mushroom blends, we have added some of our favorite and most effective mushrooms like turkey tail, lion's mane, chaga, cordyceps, and agaricus. Purium's essential mushroom blends are serious brain food, but not just for the brain in your head. Our mushroom blend also has the potential to support a healthy gut microbiome and is a great complement to both Biomedic and Revivital. Our essential mushroom blends come in 3 varieties: unflavored, golden milk, and a rich mocha taste. Whether you mix them with hot water or prefer them as a cool beverage, the results will be undeniable and can be felt after your very first cupful. So get back with the person who shared this video with you and ask them, how can you get Purium's essential mushroom blends today?
That's a great video. And I guess one thing to remember is today is the last day of our sale. And if you're a loyal customer, you're going to get an extra 25% off. And if you're not a loyal customer and you spend $250, you're going to actually get 50% off, because you're going to get the retail price minus 50%, which is that's wonderful. That's a wonderful deal, right?
Mhm.
It only happens twice a year, and this is the last day of 2023 that there's going to be a sale.
Yep. So get a hold of us if you want your mushroom blends, or you want to try, you're looking at gut health or any kind of lifestyle change, or you're looking to, help your body get rid of inflammation. Get a hold of us. We got you.
And if you don't think you're ready for it, you must know somebody that is, and we're here for them too, right? So refer them over to us, and we'll help anybody who you think needs it.
Or give the gift of health for Christmas, because tomorrow's December. I'm sure we're all Christmas shopping already. Give somebody the gift of health.
Amen. 26 days till Christmas.
Yep. All righty. Thanks everybody for coming, and thanks everybody for watching. And stop share. There we go. Okay. Awesome possum.
Yay.
Thank you, girls. Good job.
Yeah, it was great.
Was too.
We went over a little bit, but that's okay. I love y'all anyway.